The new part of our lesson is going to be that piece of looking at the graph and identifying what the new function looks like. So as we know, for both of these examples, f of x is going to be that absolute value. I apologize, I wanted to do blue to match everything here. Would be the absolute value of x. And I'll go ahead and write that down here as well. Now we need to start building. So as I see here, I'm noticing that to get from the blue one to the red one, we go to the right 5 and we go up 2. So that tells me that my rule is adding 5 to x and is adding 2 to y. Now, if we recall, if we go to the right and it affects x, that's horizontal, it's going to be inside, but it's going to be the opposite. So I know that to x, we're going to actually write x minus 5 because it is the opposite of what our rule says. And then y plus 2 is going to go on the outside, and it is as it states. So it would be the absolute value of x minus 5 plus 2. Now I know a lot of you are going to see this and go, huh? Please make sure you're asking questions in class. Just use your rules and work backwards. Notice how I created and looked here and said, well, I see what was done. Now how do I build the rule and then use the rule to work backwards to the new function? Looking at E. On E, when I look here, I see that with my original function, it goes up 1, left 1 to the left of the y-axis, and up 1, right 1 as it goes to the right of the axis, which means it's just like a standard absolute value function. And when I look on the red one, I see that it goes down 1, right 1 to the right of the axis and down 1, left 1 to the left of the axis. So I'm seeing that it grows at the same rate, which means there is no stretch, there is no compression. It also, both of them stem from the origin, which means that there's no shift, but it is upside down, which tells me that there's a reflection. It reflects over the x-axis, which means that it is a vertical reflection. And vertical reflection affects the y, which means that my rule is going to be x negative y. Which, if we build this, we know vertical means it's going to be outside of the function. So we can take our absolute value of x, and then reflections make it negative, so we can put the negative out front, and we have our function. Your job now is to go ahead, and I only gave you one you try problem. I need you to look at the parent function. It's already been graphed. Fill in the table and create your verbal explanation of the transformation and the rule, and then graph the new function as well as find the domain and range for each.